Hi guys, today I have a little bit of a special thing that I found out. So let's start with Fusion 360. It's like a mix. Originally, when you are working in Fusion 360, you can print an object by going to File and 3D Print, and then you select the object you want to print. Now this is limited to one object at a time, which creates a bit of a problem for me because this object here consists of three objects. When I want to print with PVA, I like to make a tiny physical bridge that will be printed with PVA, so I can dissolve it in water and get a perfect print surface on that part. So I will just use support up to that place, and then that is printed in PVA, and it's easy to just get it fixed. Now there is one also inside here. You can see this one. Now, in addition to that, I have made some holes. So if I go to Inspect, let's say that's the wrong one, Inspect, Section Analysis, you can see that inside here I have some holes. Let's select this as a view, and you can see these are circular holes. I will put magnets inside, okay? And then go down, and then come to the bottom here. Now, if I was to print this as an object, I can try and show you. Into Orca, I can just print, and then it will select the main object, will not select the ones I used for PVA, and press OK. It goes over to Orca Slicer perfectly. Looks nice, everything. And you can see that if I slice it, I get the holes, and I can just go down, and of course I haven't removed the supports inside the holes yet, if you refer to the other video I made. But here you can see the holes are okay. Now the problem occurs if you want to use this as three parts. If you go to then File and Export, and I select STL file, which is the best one here, and it will have the name cap 30. Yes, I want to replace it. And I will bring it into Orca Slicer like this, just to prove that I'm actually using that file. You see, like this. Now, if I slice this without splitting it first, everything looks fine. See? Scroll down, I get supports, everything looks fine. The problem occurs when you want to split it, so I can select the two support thingies for PVA. What happens then is that, let's go back and right click this, and we can take split to parts. What happened here? Oh, I just wanted three parts. So I'll mark this with a different color. Let's just call it white. And I know this one is also going to be the same one. And then you can see from the sketches, the support layers now have different colors. I can put that as a different filament, okay? Now I know for a fact that this one, I think that's that one. This one is the main structure, so I'll make that a different color as well. You can see. Now, where are all these other objects? What happens when you split a part that has empty spaces inside in Orca Slicer is that Orca Slicer thinks, oh my god, I don't like empty spaces. I will make an object of that empty space. Now, you would think, oh, I'll just delete the objects. That was extra made. Because when you slice this as it is now, you can see from the transparency here that there are some objects there, and when you try to just scroll down, you can see that the objects are filled. But if I go and let's say I want to delete these objects, so I select, okay, I select this and I select this, hit delete. Notice something strange about the structure now. There are no holes. Slice plate. And then when you scroll down, you should have seen holes here. There are no holes anymore. So the empty spaces become solid objects, equivalent to what the empty space was. So I'll go back a little bit here, go to prepare and go back, so we have the objects again. Now, what I normally would have done is you go in and you can say, oh, I want to add an object as a modifier, and then you can say, yeah, you could load that as an as a modifier, and actually I don't know, maybe I could have saved all those as a modifier to make them empty. You know, that is actually very exciting. Let's try that. I'll go back to Fusion and I'll disable this one, which is the main one, and I'll disable those two, and I'll bring up the this one, bottom glass magnet, and then I have these. So these are now all the objects. Let's export them as an STL. Export STL holes. Export. Normally when you do this, it should not change position. So let's see what happens. So I go back here now, and I load a modifier, and we can try and select those things we made. Holes, that one, open. Can I move that to ground, center? No. Move. How do I move? But getting them to the correct position is, let's say if I go here and I select 0, maybe. Okay, and then change type, modifier, negative part. Okay. I don't know if that helps. Slice. What do you know? So that's one way to do it. You can export the holes themselves out from Fusion 360 as an STL file. They will retain their position. You just move it into place just vertically, exactly in the same positions, and then you set it to be a modifier that's negative, and then it will create those holes. Let's see if I can just delete the other ones here, if that changes something or not. Slice plate. Yep, you can see the modifiers are there. Now can I go and sort of make no spaces there? So I'll just go in here, I'll center that, I will mark it, go here, and I will change Okay, now that is a problem. The modifiers do not appear, so I cannot prevent supports inside them. Okay, so that was a little bit of a drawback. Learn something, but yeah. Let's go back, and I will do the other way I found out. So I'll just remove that one, which is the thing I had. Now there is a way to use these objects to create the holes you need, because they are in the exact correct positions already, because that's where the spaces were. So what you can do is you can mark this, and you can click here, and then you see here it says infill density on the object. So let's say I want to go on this one, and I want to change the infill on this. So you click on that value. Now you see you have the wall loops, and you have the top solid layers and bottom. That's what it would normally print with as well. So minimum shell thickness 3, blah blah blah, bottom solid layers. So you leave those, and you select infill to 0, because you don't want an infill. Maximum length on infill anchor as infill wall overlap 0. So what you basically tell them is that the objects should have no infill, but it should have walls. Now I haven't tested this. I do not know if this creates a wall inwards or outwards. We'll see. We'll see. When that is done, you just close it, and you slice it again. And what happens now is that you can scroll down. So that is a bit of a bummer. The wall loops you make, you can see here, it opens the space for you, but it creates the wall loop on the inside. Let's go and change that value. I have to be in prepare. Edit parameter table here. Bottom solid layers 3. Wall up 0. Let's see. Let's try and slice it there. Didn't work. Load 0, 2. Still won't let me. So sparse infill quality. Zero. Well, it's out of range, so that doesn't work. 100. Nothing of this seems to trigger being able to slice it again. Okay, I can just conclude with them that Bambu / whoever is developing Orca Slicer, please change so that if you split an STL file and there is openings inside the STL file originally, do not populate that with an object. It sucks. So basically I cannot do this. I would have to print this without my special kind of supports. But that's a big but. Let's try it another way. Let's go back to Fusion 360 because we are thinking outside the box. And let us export the inserts as an STL file. Export 3D. Export. It's gonna be exciting. Now, so let's start with this one. I'll go up and I'll print this one, but without all the fancy and 3D print. Select it. Okay, I'll print that. Then I know that the holes are correct and the holes will work. There. Now, what I really want to do is I want to add those 2 extra layers as a modifier. Add. Nope. Add modifier. Load. And then inserts. Okay. Oh really? Those went exactly into the place that they should be at. Now, I don't know if this works, but objects. I could probably leave it like that. I think it would print okay. But let's see if I can. Can I even split it? It does not appear that I can split it. So I could add them, and if I slice it now, I think it will look okay. Yep. And I can perfectly fine go and remove the supports. Let's try that. Prepare global. Just split it here. Mark it. See, I don't know if that helped. You can see. Slice split. Should be the bottom supports. Yep. You can see that removed the supports at the bottom. And see how it goes now. So I found out how to do that. But yeah, whoever is making Bambu Slicer and Orca Studio, please fix that. It's totally unnecessary to create solid objects from empty spaces inside models when you split a STL file. or any other file. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this video, and see you in the next one. Oh, like and subscribe.